Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 28 of Zesty Thoughts with your host, Annábla. This is the last episode of 2024, y'all. I'm so excited. I have a lot of cool things to chat about today. One, just being like an overview of how my last week has been with the holidays, and then I want to do a little bit of reflection at the end of today's episode and talk about some of my goals for 2025. So yeah. Let's get into it. Okay, right off the bat, I am right now in like winter break. I am super blessed. One of the perks of working in education is that I don't work when schools are closed, which is kind of nice. I work at a studio that's like not affiliated with any school districts, but we follow basically the same calendar as like LAUSD and like most schools. So when they're closed for breaks and holidays, most of them we are also, so that's kind of cool. So I have 11 days off for like the holidays, and I go back on January 2nd, which is awesome. So I am like in the thick of my holiday right now, and I've just been having such a relaxing week. I've been able to sleep in more and kind of catch up on a little bit of sleep. One of my goals that I'll talk about later for 2025 is to kind of like fix my sleep schedule and prioritize it better. I've always been really good about prioritizing sleep until like the last year or so. I've gotten a little bit lazy with it, so I'll talk about that more later, but I've been trying to like catch up a little bit so that when I get back into work and the new year starts, I can really have a good move on that and hopefully have my body a little bit more caught up and ready to be a little bit more regulated. So I've been sleeping in. I've had some nice time with my family. We celebrate Christmas, so for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day we had family over. I made Italian food for Christmas Eve dinner. I guess Christmas Eve for us is like more of a celebration than Christmas Day, because we also open gifts on Christmas Eve. Now that I'm like not a little kid anymore. And just my immediate family, there's no other like little children, so we just open gifts on Christmas Eve. It's like more fun that way. We usually have family over and like a big dinner and dessert and all that and watch Christmas movies. So that's what we did. I made Italian food. I made lasagna with like plant-based meat and plant-based cheese. And I made a homemade sauce, like marinara sauce, for the lasagna and then also just for like pasta. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was very relaxing. I spent all of Christmas Eve basically making stuff from scratch, like in the morning. I woke up and I spent a few hours making Christmas cards from scratch. I have a bunch of like art supplies that I've just like collected over the years, like nice papers and like stamps and stickers and like markers and stuff. So I did that, and then I wrote everybody a cute little note inside, and yeah, so I made homemade Christmas cards. I don't know, and in my opinion there's just like nothing better than like a homemade card. I feel like it's 10 times better, and that doesn't mean that if I've ever gotten you like a non-handmade card that I don't love you. It just sometimes like depends on the time. But usually I try to plan ahead and give myself the time to make my loved ones cards because I feel like that little personal touch is really great. So anyway, so yeah, I made cards and then had some family come over, midday, just hung out, and then I started on dinner. And yeah, ended up turning out really good. I love making homemade like sauces for Italian food. I've done like arrabbiata before, but I love making marinara. One thing that I realize I want now, like kitchen gadget wise, would be an immersion blender. I didn't actually blend the sauce this year, but usually I do, and I'll just put it in my Vitamix, but then that's just like extra dishes. You feel me? I mean, not that you don't have to wash an immersion blender, but I feel like it's just a little bit more convenient to just like plug it in and just like zzz, 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 You feel me? And I feel like there are a handful of other things that I might actually use it for other than that. But that's more of like a want, maybe not a need, so I can make do without it. But yeah, it was really tasty. And what else did I make? I made broccolini as like a side. That was very good. Like garlic broccolini was delish. I love pan fried broccolini. It's so good that way. Just kind of like barely cooking it, you know, just like lightly blanched. But anyway, yeah, it was delicious. So that was lots of fun. I love like cooking for people and for gatherings. That's like one of my love languages. So when I get the opportunity to, it's just like, yay. And the people are like, it's so good. I'm like, yes, thank you. I'm glad that you like it. You feel me? It's like a little ego boost. But anyway, so yeah, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day was really nice. I also made breakfast in the morning on Christmas Day for everybody, and we just chilled, and had some like nice family quality time. So that was great. Couldn't be happier about that. What else do we have? Yeah, it's like we're in the thick of rat season right now, y'all. I have been just cuddling with my cat and sleeping in, and like nuzzled up in a blankie, like literally me right now with my blankie on my chair. It's just rat season, y'all. Like the sun is setting at like 4 something, and I'm just feeling so lazy and unproductive in the afternoons and evenings, like after the sun sets. But I'm like proud of myself today because it's literally 8 o'clock, the day after Christmas Day, and I'm recording today because I'm a day late this week. The episode's gonna be out on Friday instead of Thursday because of the holidays. It's like, I've been cooking for 2 days. Like, I was gonna record it last night, but I just wanted to chill. I was ready to just like vibe and relax. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for recording today because I'm like, oh, it's like nighttime. Normally I'm like in bed, or like not in bed, but like, you know, chilling on the couch and just like, I've been doing a lot of Duolingo this week because I was kind of behind in November and December. That was one of my goals for 2024, was like to practice Duolingo every single day. And basically what happened was like, obviously that's like really, for me, it was really hard to keep up with, considering like all the other things that I told myself I was going to do every single day in 2024. Like, I don't know, just like working full time, having the podcast, trying to work out like 5 days a week, also doing the Bible in a year, which I'm also almost done with. I'm just doing like a little bit of catch up with that, my Duolingo, but just the pile of things that I like set for myself was maybe a little bit extreme, but I'm still getting it done. I just like am behind on some of it, so I kept track of like making myself do 3 lessons minimum on Duolingo every single day. I'm doing Spanish and Arabic, so like I just have like a little note in my phone and I keep track of what days I miss, and then I like add it to my other days. So I'm like missing the days, but I'm like not really. I'm like putting them somewhere else. So I'm like still getting the time, you feel me? But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that and like catching up on my Bible in a year sections that I have to read. I'm almost done. Obviously, it's almost the end of the year. I'm gonna literally finish this week, and I'm so excited. But yeah, so it's just been amazing. Like, my cat is gonna be so mad when I have to go back to work. She's gonna be pissed. And then my mom's starting a new job as well. And normally my mom, she's a nurse. She only works like 3 days a week, like 12-hour shifts. But now she's starting a new job. She's gonna be gone 5 days a week. Shorter shifts obviously, but yeah, the cat is like not gonna be happy about that. She's gonna be so pissed. Like, I'm gonna go back to work and then my mom's gonna be gone more and she's gonna be like, wait, what? So we're spoiling her, like, nonetheless, like, we are spoiling her, well, we have the time to. So yeah, it's just been such a great week. I did go to a crystal shop, a new one that I had never been to before, here in Santa Monica on Main Street, and to get some like gifts for friends, because I feel like that's just such a nice gift. And I like did my research. I was like looking for specific crystals for specific friends, and I like got myself a crystal, y'all. I'm adding it to my little collection over here. Obviously you can see I have this citrine. I'm pretty sure this is like green, and you can barely tell, but there's like a little bit of purple amethyst also. It's like a blend. And then I have a little quartz here. This is like a little lava rock that I stole in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure like not supposed to like take things because it's like technically where we were was like technically national park, so like allegedly I took this in Hawaii. And then I have this little cord that says patience because I'm not patient and I need to be more of that. Yeah, so I'm adding it to my collection. I got another citrine, but this one's very different than the other one. Like this one's beautiful, like kind of golden amber, like yellow kind of color, and this one just like caught my eye. I was like, this is beautiful, but it literally took my breath away when I saw it in the crystal shop. I was like, that thing is amazing. But yeah, so I got this new citrine that I can like meditate with, because that's like also one of my goals for 2024 is to like meditate more and like use my crystals, like meditate with my crystals and like use my affirmations that I wrote for myself. I'm gonna read some of those for you guys too. But yeah, so I got that lovely citrine to like add to my collection. I'm not really like huge on crystals, but like I kind of want to be. Like I think that's gonna be like I'm gonna be in my crystal era in 2025. Let's hope, because I really just want to get more back in touch with like my spiritual side. I read the Bible this year, and that was like something that I've always wanted to do. Like for those of you that don't know, I was literally raised Catholic, and like I had never read the Bible. So I was like, wait, like I need to do this. And like a part of me is like more agnostic. Like I think I have like I have more of an open mind as far as like my like religious and like spiritual beliefs go. I wouldn't say that I'm like exclusively like Christian, because I'm like open to a lot of other things. So like that was something that I did this year, to kind of dive back into that side of myself. But I want to like shake things up, you feel me? So that's a big goal of mine. Anyway, so long story short, got a new crystal to add to my collection. If anybody has any specific crystal like recommendations, maybe listen to my like 2025 goals first. And then if you know anything about crystals and you have any in mind that would be like applicable to some of my goals, maybe aid me in some of those goals, and I can like meditate with them, then let me know. But yeah, let's go into some of my thirsts for the week. Well, first of all, Zesty's not really like listening to much this week except for Christmas music. So like I don't really have any specific like musical thirsts. I've just been listening to holiday music all week long. So that's that, but I do have a playlist on Apple Music called Listen to This Shit. I just add anything that anyone recommends to me. I add new albums that are released, and I'm gonna be listening to that like literally the rest of the week, like starting like tonight and tomorrow, including SZA's new album, which I'm so excited to listen to because I literally got tickets to see Kendrick and SZA next year. I'm like screaming. That was like one of my gifts, and I was like freaking out. I was like, I don't like need any other gifts. It's like insane. This is such a good gift. So I'm internally grateful to my parents for that. But yeah, so I will listen to her new album this week, and then I will get back to y'all on what my thoughts are the next episode. So my first official thirst of the week is riding my bike to see the sunset. Like I'm so blessed that I'm literally I can ride my bike to the beach and see the sunset. I'm like a 10-minute ride. But I'm like, why don't I like do this more? Like I like don't take advantage of this enough. And that's like another goal. Like literally everything this week is just going back to my 2025 goals, because I've just been like thinking about it and manifesting on it and like really like reminiscing and like trying to like figure out like how to better myself and my soul and my life, my like spirit this next year, and like keep it moving up. And so my mind is just like on that for sure. Like really locked in right now. But yeah, like I took a ride the other day, like right before sunset, and I was like, I gotta like get there, you know. I was like, I gotta get there by the time the sun sets, and I was like left a little late because I like realized I had to put air in my tires, so I did, rode my bike down, so watched the sunset. It was like beautiful. It was a little bit cloudy, so it wasn't as like, I don't know, you couldn't really see the sun when it like passed the horizon, but pretty nonetheless, beautiful. And then I rode my bike back up the hill to my house. That I was like not sure I'd be able to make it up the hill, because I'm like not biking as much as maybe someone with a bike would. Like I don't know, like I should bike more since I like have it. Like I should take advantage of it, but I like don't ride it that often. Hopefully that will change. Yeah, so I'm like worried. I'm like scared because like going down towards the beach is like all downhill, and then back up towards my house is like all uphill, and I was like, I'm like quaking in my boots. Like, I'm scared I'm not gonna be able to make it uphill, so I literally, like, loaded money on my, like, tap card, just in case I wasn't gonna make it up the incline, and I needed to hop on a bus to get back home. Like, no joke. But I made it. Like, I literally was fine. And there were only, like, 4 blocks that were, like, really, like, felt steep, and I was, like, working and huffing and puffing. My heart rate was up a little bit, but the rest of it was, like, very chill. Because I, like, wasn't doing it just for exercise. Like, this was just for leisure. But now I know where to go if I do want to get a little bit of cardio in on my bike. You feel me? But yeah, so that was amazing. I'm, like, definitely thirsting for that. I, like, want more of those sunset bike rides in the new year for sure. Yeah, okay, I have some more Christmas movies that I watched this week. I know Christmas is, like, technically over by the time this comes out, but I'm just gonna rate some of the movies just in case y'all are still in the spirit, or if you want to know what to put on your list to watch next year. Red 1 was so cute. I loved that so much. It was very different. I loved, like, the cast. It was just cute. It's a good movie. So I guess I'll give that, like, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Particularly around Christmas. We watched that on Christmas morning. It was amazing. I love that movie forever and always, and I watch it every single year. 10 out of 10 because I just love it so much. Polar Express. If I could, like, go past 10, I would. Like, 100 out of 10. I love Polar Express. Granted, I do have, like, a little bit of a new light into into my opinion of Polar Express, considering all the people that I saw, like, this year and last year, like, absolutely, like, bashing it to death for being, like, kind of, like, Uncanny Valley vibes, like, the animation. Like, I get it, 100%. Like, now that someone, like, ruined it for me, when I watch it, I was like, oh, it is, like, a little bit Uncanny Valley. But nonetheless, I still love it. I love the songs. I just eat it up every year. I can't get enough of it. I have to watch that one every year as well. 10 out of 10. A million out of 10. Oh, I watched It's a Wonderful Life for the very first time. Ibra and I watched it together on FaceTime, and it was so cute. Like, it was, I get why. I get the hype now. I get why everyone just, like, adores that movie. The end was so, like, I almost cried. I was like, this is so cute. Oh, this is so cute. It was just so wholesome and beautiful. I loved it. Also 10 out of 10. I watched Meet Me Next Christmas, which I think was a new one this year. I thought it was cute. Yeah, I guess I would give it, like, a 7 out of 10. It was cute. But it was kind of funny. I was watching it with my parents, and they're like, this is a Christmas movie? Because it's, like, one of those movies that's, like, adjacent to Christmas, kind of. It's, like, I don't know. Like, a lot of it is, like, not during Christmas, if that makes sense. Or not during, a lot of it's, like, not about Christmas. It's, like, surrounding that time of year. So I guess, like, that's technically a Christmas movie, like, obviously. And the name is in the title, so, like, I sound stupid right now. But, like, you know what I mean. But it was cute. I liked it. And then I give it, like, a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And then, yeah, I watched Elf last night on Christmas Day, and that's just a classic. Like, if you've never seen Elf, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's hilarious. I did not watch The Grinch this year. I do love The Grinch. I didn't watch it this year. Usually I watch the original, and then I watch the Jim Carrey. There's also, like, a new one, which I have not seen, so that's not even on my radar, really. But if it's good and people say I should watch it, then maybe I'll watch all 3 next year? I don't know. But I didn't watch any of them this year, but that's okay. Okay, last segment of the episode today, y'all. I'm going to hop into some of my 2025 resolutions. I'm going to read you my manifestation, like, mantras. I'm going to read you a list of mantras that I wrote for myself for 2025. Some of them are, like, silly, but I'm going to try to, like, say them every day out loud to myself, like, in the mirror. And, like, meditate on some of them. And yeah, I just, like, really, I want to get more into, like, the speaking things into existence. Like, I've just never, like, actually tried that, and so I'm like, I want to try that and, like, see what happens. You feel me? So without further ado, mantra number 1: I do not need my phone for entertainment. Need I say more? I am brave. Period. I do not seek to please others. Period. I am logical and emotional. Got a girl who can do both, you know? I am a songwriter. I am a podcaster. I can say that now. I am a vocal coach. Slay. I am marketing myself confidently and consistently. That I really need to improve on, y'all. I am being. That is enough. I am building my legacy now. That one is like heavy. It's crazy. My audience exists and awaits to discover me. Period. That one's such a slay. I love that one. I was like, oh, girl, you ate with that. I am beautiful and have a natural sex appeal. Yo, this is eating down this list of mantras because really, I am creative and expressive in my fashion choices. Sometimes I like hold back in fashion and I'm like a little bit too like, like a little too like, I don't know, like I feel like I feel myself holding back sometimes. So that's why I put that on there because I'm like, let loose, girl. I am disciplined and have excellent self-control. That's gonna be bold, y'all. I have free will and I take advantage of it. That one is eye-opening, y'all. I'm just really excited to put these to the test. I'm going to speak them with intention every single day to myself in the mirror, all of 2025. And like, I'm going to take it to heart and I'm going to speak them and mean them. And I'm just so excited to see like Annábla 2024 versus Annábla 2025. Will I recognize myself? Let's hope not, you feel me? But yeah, so like a little more deep dive on some of those. Less phone for entertainment, that is like a huge one. I will fully admit that like I have a severe addiction to my phone, like social media specifically, but just like even just like opening my emails like in public as a comfort. Like it's like, what are you doing? Like interact with the world around you, like don't be so like awkward. But yeah, I think I'm just going to, in order to positively enforce this into my life, encourage more art, you know, for funsies, like for leisure, more music making, because obviously that brings me joy and it's my craft and it like feeds my soul, you feel me? And more socializing because I'm sometimes a little bit socially awkward and I'm a little bit introverted like on set with meeting people, but I am a very social person and I love to be extroverted and open up to people after a first little corny small talk. I love to just like open it up, and I love when I meet new people and they like also open up. That's like the best thing ever. So I want to like encourage more of those things positively in replacement of the phone, and just like maybe not think of it in like a negative way, but like positive reinforcement that like I do more of those positive things and force myself into those situations more so that I am like having to rely less on my phone. Like there's some chemical imbalance thing that's going on with that, and I need to like cold turkey it and just like force myself into like more of those enjoyable situations so that I feel less of a need to actually like reach for my phone. You feel me? Getting more like in touch with like the leisure that I enjoyed as a child. Brittany Broski on her podcast was talking about this like recently, and she was like, yeah, like I'm trying to do more things that like I enjoyed as a kid, like, you know, art and like making like little silly goofy videos, like all this like random stuff that I did as a kid, that just brought me so much joy and just like brought out like creativity in me, and that I just enjoyed like for leisure, like not because it's like a job or like I can make money out of it or whatever. Like I just enjoyed it just because I like doing it and I had fun. So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on that, like getting more in touch with things that I enjoyed as a child and like getting more in touch with my inner child, if that makes sense. So yeah, another like bullet point here that I don't think I had in my, technically in my mantras, but just something that I'm focusing on as I spoke earlier about repairing my sleep schedule. It's like long story short, my schedule when I work, the 4 days that I teach at a studio, I work around 1 or 2, sometimes later, but usually 1 or 2 in the afternoon. That's when I start, and then I finish my shift around 8. And then obviously I work with children, so like I'm burnt out after work. I have no energy to do anything. but like I'd stay up for hours after work, and I'm like, why do I do that? Like if I'm like tired and low on energy, but it's because of my phone, like I'm like using this, and then it's like giving me like that fix, and it's like keeping me up past, and like when my body is telling me like I should be awake, you feel me? So like trying to like come home from work and immediately like do my skincare routine, put on pajamas, and like just get myself into bed mode, and just like also move my phone charger like across the room so that after I do that I can lay down in bed with like a book. Rocky is letting me borrow all 4 Conversations with God books, so like curl up with those books and just like read. And then usually when I read at night I get sleepy, so yeah, I think that will help a lot. But yeah, and then like waking up earlier because I have until noon or 1 every single day until I have to leave for work to like go to the gym, work on creative stuff. And yeah, so that's basically my goal, is to just like when I'm tired at night, like listen to my body and like actually go to sleep, and then wake up earlier in the morning and like have time to and energy to like do things, if that makes sense. So that is another goal I have. The last mantra that I have regarding taking advantage of my free will, that is a really big one. Now that can be applicable to like a lot of different things, but like in my brain, I think about like, first of all, drawing boundaries with people, like, you know, to reinforce like, oh, yes, I want to do that. Like I have free will, I can say yes to things, and I can like do whatever I want. And if someone is inviting me to do something or go on an adventure, like I should, within my, you know, within my control, like say yes to things and like do things and have fun and adventure and just be like fuck it. And then on the other side of that, like know when to say no, and like have boundaries regarding, you know, my time, when I need to be, you know, when I need to be like valuing my time or my sleep or whatever, and just be like a little bit more firm in those boundaries. That all is related to free will, and also my self-control, that is another mantra. But just like taking advantage of my free will, like I can be spontaneous, I can be like adventurous. I'm like definitely more of a planner. I don't like to put shit in my calendar, so when things pop up out of the blue, sometimes it's like like, but I didn't plan for it, so like my body feels like resistant towards that. Oftentimes it's because it like conflicts with my to-do list, but I have to remember, like, you know, that's another thing that maybe I should write down, is like when I make my to-do list, I should prioritize by like importance, like extremely important, semi-important, and not just like important but can wait. Like that's an amazing idea. I'm literally gonna write that down. And that way I have more opportunities to like better evaluate my to-do list, and if I have opportunities to take advantage of my free will and say yes to things, then I can like move things around in a productive way. You feel me? But anyway, yeah, so those are a few things. Also the daily meditation, that's like a huge thing that I want to kind of prioritize. Waking up every morning, stretching, because I used to like do that. I used to like stretch every morning when I woke up, but like wake up and stretch, put on some like relaxing music, meditate a little bit with my crystals and say my affirmations, and then just like get the day started on like a really positive note so that I can just be like productive and like locked in. You feel me? That's it. That's gonna wrap up today's episode, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you've had a wonderful 2024, and that you have an amazing like New Year's celebration. Like have fun, be with friends or family, like spend it with loved ones, and just have a blast and go into 2025 with just so much self-love. Like if all you can do is prioritize loving yourself and showing up for yourself in whatever way that, you know, whatever that may look like for you, just keep that at the forefront, you know, prioritize you and the things that you need to do for you to keep yourself sane and happy and like enjoying life, because we're only here once. We are only here for however many years, questionable or not, you never know. So just take advantage of that and just enjoy and have fun and like have an amazing week. I love y'all. I hope that you have a great weekend and a great New Year's. Like, be safe. Don't drive like past a certain time. Find somewhere to crash because people will be driving crazy out there. But have so much fun, and I will see y'all in next week's episode. Next week I'm going to be revealing the new artwork for the podcast. I'm so excited. So I will see y'all in next week's episode with a new artwork, and we're going to start off 2025 with a bang, y'all. I'm going to have some guests on in like January and February, so stay tuned for that, and have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.